Well, hi everybody. Max Lucado. I'm just checking in with you. Checking in. May God's richest grace be upon you. May you know of His healing power and His endless love. I want to tell you a story about a good friend, and then I'm going to surprise you because that good friend is right here. But this good friend was 9 years old when he had to endure a summer of what we're calling social distancing, but I mean really more isolation because of mononucleosis. He couldn't play baseball. He couldn't get out and romp around with the other guys. He was stuck indoors there in the great thriving metropolis of Grand Saline, Texas. Great Salt, Texas. And his dad, God bless him, saw this as an opportunity for this young guy to put that summer to good use. And his dad owned a drugstore and had access to guitars. And he showed up one day and put one in the hands of Chris Tomlin, and the rest is history. Say hi to Chris Tomlin.
Hey, buddy. That's incredible thinking about that. Think about what we're going through right now.
Yeah.
There's so many people, it's self-quarantine, be in your homes, and you're social. We're not even close to each other, and you can't really be close to each other. Can't connect. And I remember that time as a little kid. I couldn't play baseball. The doctor said you have to be inside the whole summer. I was like, are you kidding me? They said, yeah, you're very contagious, and you don't want to give that to anybody else. And I was like, how do you stay inside? And so as you can imagine, I could remember my dad coming home one day. He was a pharmacist, like he said. We had this little guitar shop. He loved guitars. And he said, you're driving your mom and I crazy. Can you imagine? I mean, a lot of you know what I'm talking about right now. A lot of the families like, yes, our kids are driving us crazy in our house. And I was one of those kids, 9 years old. He said, you're driving us insane. You've got to learn to do something. And so we got to do something. He said, how about I teach you to play guitar? And I was like, okay, that'd be amazing. So every morning he'd write out the little guitar notes he'd write the strings out and put the notes on there, and he'd go to work, and I would sit there all day. And he'd get home, I'd be like, all right, figured that out. What's the next thing? And next day, same thing. And all summer, started teaching me chords, teaching me little things, and started teaching me little songs. And it was my dad. He loved Willie Nelson, Merle Haggard, Waylon Jennings. He loved the Outlaws. I had no idea how cool my dad was at that point, as a 9-year-old. But he would teach me these little songs. I think Blue Eyes Crying in the Rain, or something, On the Road Again, or something like that from Willie. It was one of my favorite first songs I learned to play. And but little did I know, it would set the trajectory of my life. And that what I thought was a moment of, I can't play baseball with my friends, I can't do all these things. It completely changed my life, completely set a different course. And God had different plans. He had greater plans. And I think that's what is going to happen in so many people's lives out of this. What you think is one thing, God is going to use and turn it for something you didn't even see coming. And I think that's incredible. And I look back in my life and think, wow, thank you, Lord, for that little trial, in life that I thought was just the end.
You thought it was terrible.
The beginning.
9 years old.
What I thought was the end was the beginning.
Yeah. How many? Only God knows, but God knows. Yeah. How many songs came out of that summer?
Yeah.
How many presentations? How many expressions of the gospel?
Yes.
How many churches have been blessed by your music through all these many years.
Thank you,
Chris.
Thank you. Yeah, absolutely.
Hey, we don't just typically hang out on the stage. We're here for a specific purpose. And Chris, why don't you let them know what we got cooking?
It's really exciting. So Good Friday worldwide, this Good Friday, April 10th, I believe, is we're gathering together for here. We're going to gather people around the world. And though we can't be together right now for very good reason, for health reasons, for safety reasons, for our families, for the world, we decided. I was thinking, how can we unite people in this moment? How can we bring the church together to worship? I've been a part of so many. This Easter weekend, right, it's the greatest weekend of our faith, right? As we celebrate Jesus, and so many people celebrate that around the world. And I thought, how can we do this? So this is unprecedented, to be in our homes, to not be able to be with each other during this time of worship. And I just was thinking and praying, and I just thought, man, could we get this broadcast? Could we get TV and radio and all kinds of things involved? I called Max, and I was like, Max, what do you think about this? You're the perfect voice. I can't think of a more perfect voice for this time. in our nation, in our world of comfort, of peace, of healing than Max Lucado. Max is like, I was thinking the exact same thing. When we talked on the phone, Max said, this morning I was thinking the exact same thing. So God was lining this up already. And I believe that he's going to touch millions of lives on Good Friday. What I thought I was always hold a concert in Nashville, what I thought was going to be, again, an arena full of people, is now going to be connected around the world. And we're going to, from this stage, from this empty place, we don't have anybody in here with us, which is really weird, but we're going to worship God, and Mac's going to give a word. And I am so honored to, in the midst of this moment in people's lives, to be able to share the good news and the hope and the peace of Jesus to people.
It appeared as, a speed bump because, like Chris said, we had this already planned to be in Nashville. And we were kind of bummed, 15,000 people in the arena, we were going to have to cancel. But now 32 nations, this broadcast is going to go all over the world. And it's going to be carried on a variety of radio networks like K-Love and others. This is all still in process. Salem, we're hoping, Salem's coming together. So it's going to go all over the world. I know it's hard. It really is. But let that testimony from Grand Saline of that 9-year-old kid remind us that God can take something that we seem to resist and not want and turn it into something great and someone wonderful. And he can take an event that our biggest hope was 15,000 people, and now who knows how many millions. Hey, God bless you. Hang in there, stay strong, and enjoy this song that I happened to tape. I was the cameraman on the song you're about to see. It's a great one. God bless you. We'll be in touch.
You cannot hide my life. Whom shall I fear? You crush the enemy underneath my feet. You are my sword and shield, though troubles linger still. Whom shall I fear? I know who goes before me. I know who stands behind. The God, angel armies, is always by my side. The one who reigns forever, he is a friend of mine. The God, angel armies, is always by my side. My strength is in your name, for you alone can save. You will deliver me. Yours is the victory. Oh, whom shall I fear? Whom shall I fear? Whom shall I fear? Oh, I know who goes before me. I know who stands behind. The God of angel armies is always by my side. The one who reigns forever, he is a friend of mine. The God of angel armies is always by my side. And nothing formed against me shall stand. You hold the whole world in your hand. I'm holding on to your promises. You are faithful, you are faithful. Nothing formed against me shall stand. You hold the whole world in your hand. I'm holding on to your promises. You are faithful. You are faithful. You are faithful. And have a rain. I got great is our God. Sing together. How great is our God. Sing with me, how great is our God. And all will see how great is our God. You the name above all names. You are worthy of all praise. And my heart will sing how great is our God. You the name above all names. You the name